Hello everyone, welcome back to Brazil. We are now on episode 17, 18, something like that. 17 I think. And yes, as you saw in the brief sort of intro clip there, we finished a couple of contracts off and picked up a couple of new ones. And currently we are on our way to make some sales. We have a fairly wobbly truck by the look of this. Let's have a look at what we've got. Oh yes, we've got an assortment of delicious melons and some straw crates. Oh yes, we are going to wobble all over the shop with this thing. It is a wobbling, isn't it? Yeah, so we've got all this lot to sell because an interesting thing has come up for sale on the used equipment market, and I would very much like to get it. Unfortunately, it also requires we buy something else that's not used. But all will become clear fairly soon. In fact, I will show you once we've hocked these melons into the fresh fruit and vegetable stand here. Now it's probably, yes, straw crates are not sold here. I understand that completely. Please just take my melons. My delicious, delicious melons. Lovely. Okay, we got 12 grand for them. That is fantastic. And, okay, you can stop telling me that straw isn't accepted. Lovely. Yes, so now we're off to the straw sell point. The straw accessories sell point, I guess it is. It's up here next to, ironically, the bale sell point. It should be, if I'm looking at the map, the next left. Oh, cracky, that almost went a bit wrong. It should be in there. Now, I think we actually keep going down the road here, and yeah, we turn left into it just up here. I hope. Yeah, this looks entrancey. Okay, let's whiz across here. Go over the little way station ramp thing. And now the sale point should be behind these buildings here. Not quite sure if that's a usable shed if we were to purchase this land, or if we can purchase this land, but yes, here we are. So this should be where we sell our straw crates, and let's see what we get for them. 10,000 litres of them, and they are selling magnificently. Okay, straps are off. And oh, we even got a bit of an environmental boost for that, so that's another 22 grand. Ooh, this is going to be close. So, let's have a look at what the mystery object is that I was talking about. So, in the sales we have none of this stuff here. What it is this 9-axle bulk carrier. It is 42 grand, as we can see there, and 66,000 litres of transportation goodness. The random, yes, 9-axle. Now these do separate, so we can use the back one by itself or both together, which is especially good, and it comes as a 33,000. I think they're both 33,000. Or we can up it so they are both 38,000, bringing the total up to 76, which is very nice indeed. Now, I don't think we were going to actually change any of the options on here specifically, because that would cost more money than we really have at the moment, because we are on a very tight budget. But it is the cracky, that's a lot of money for a different tarp. 10 grand, wow. Well, we are going to stick with the 70 years one on that. I don't even think the colour was okay, we're not changing that either. Colour was probably a bit expensive to change. Yes, like 2 grand to change. So we'll just leave all those options as they are. But the thing is, in order to I will need a license plate as well. In order to purchase that, we are also going to need to buy a lorry. Cab, front end. I mean, we could technically get away with just a dolly for it, but I kind of don't want to have just a dolly. I would much prefer to have an actual lorry that we can drive around, proper cab job, and really get our business moving forward with some sort of future looking or looking to the future type upgrades. Because with something like that, we would be able to do a lot more, or a lot better with the harvest contracts. They would be a lot quicker to finish because we could, we just have like one massive trailer that we can either offload the harvester into, or take our auger wagon trailer down and use that. But either way, it would only be probably one, maybe two trips on the bigger fields to actually get them done. So that will generally make harvesting a lot quicker, particularly on the larger fields. And also when we come to doing sugarcane, that will help quite a bit as well. I don't think it has an alternative option. I think it might have actually had a bale option, but the thing there is we've got this, which is what, 25,000 litres, so we'd be able to empty that into the lorry, and and then sort of do it that way. So all in all, I think that would be a good purchase for us. So what are we doing back here? Well, I'm just going to leave this here right now. Turn the engine off. That can happily sit there. And we are still in the middle of contract. Which contract are we doing? The one down on field 28. Yeah, it occurred to me that since we're in July, that was the best time to sell the melons. But we've got, let's see how much. Yeah, we've done a couple of 3 headlands, and we've been chocking up a little bit of it. I think I'd had, the reason we'd done it now was because I had a full load, which we brought up to wherever the drop-off point, I think it's there. You see, I'm not sure with that one. Yeah, I think it was there. Can't remember now. 27, storage 3. Yeah, and those are corn contracts, yes. But yeah, so that's storage 3. So what we are also going to do to try and proceed this along is we are going to take our little Toyota and sell this. Now, it was a good sort of initial pick-up, early starting run around for us. We've sort of upgraded to that little lorry now, which is a bit bigger, and will do us good for a run around as and when we need it for like for doing these little jobs with delivering pallets of stuff, and as a backup trailer, bulk goods container thing as well, stuff like getting a manure for this, all that sort of thing. But this little Toyota is, its time has come, I think, because we haven't really been using it. It's just been sitting there in the garage or in the shed, not doing a lot. It's also very, very thirsty. It drinks the old fuel like you would not believe, and that's part of the reason we haven't actually been using it that much, because it was just so thirsty. So we are going to, I should have given it a wash before we left, but oh well. We're going to take it up, give it a repair, and sell it on, and hopefully that's going to give us enough to at least get what I want, even if we don't properly have things painted the way I want. So let's see, we need to repair it, doesn't cost much. Repaint is going to be 11 grand. So if I repaint that should hopefully put it up to over 24 grand to sell. Let's give it a try. Well, it did, that's fortunate. And we'll do the same with the bodywork. It doesn't need repairing, but we can repaint it for 5 and a bit. So it should take it up to at least 19. Yeah, okay. So we are going to sell these 2 things. That is hopefully going to give us enough money to get what I want to get. It's going to be close though. Okay, we're at 100. Ooh, I don't think we're going to have enough. Ooh, that's awkward. Okay, so let's have a look at the trailer we are going to get. That is as standard. There's nothing that has an extra price on it that we can take off, is there? No. It is going to need a license plate. So we'll just jiggle that around. Did we have... I think we had this on it before, didn't we? Had it like that. Yeah, that was one of our things. In fact, I think what we are going to do is FLD 1X00. That is going to be our first purchase there. So, okay, that, purchase that, and that. Oh no, we are going to be fine, I believe. Okay, 64 grand is what we've got left. So we are going to have a look in the trucks category. And I think, ooh, it was either the 55 or that one. I think it was this one was the one we were going for, 55 grand. Now initially I did have some thoughts of changing the colour, but I think much like the trailer, it does add a bit onto it, and we're not quite in a position to do that yet, I don't think. However, we are going to just get it as it is. Now the engine options are for an extra 2 grand we could get up to, for an extra 3 grand, 360 horsepower. What was this one for? Ooh, okay, we might have to try and squeeze this one in, because it's a 13 grand upgrade for the 460 horsepower one, but that might be worth looking at. I mean, we could get a 400 horsepower. We can't afford that at the moment, but you know what? I think we're going to bite the bullet and get the big one, because we are preparing for the future, and yeah, all of this extra stuff costs money, so we're not going to do... We are going to have to get an antenna on it though. Can we afford an antenna? Ooh, that'll put us very short of money. We won't be able to hire a worker for anything if we do that. We'll hold off on the antennas for the minute, but this is going to be upgraded at some point in the future with add-ons and stickers and all sorts of cool stuff. But that will be in the future, I believe. In fact, we could even get beacons and all sorts of fun stuff up there. Oh, airfoils. How cool would that be? That would be very cool. But again, we can't afford it, so we are going to wait on that, but we are going to buy it. So we've got 1,000 Brazilian dollars, no, US dollars I think we're working in for this one. And yes, that's what we've got left, but we have this fantastic truck and trailer assembly with a very unique horn. I was not expecting that. But this should be a fantastic purchase for us now. I think this is going to do us really, really good in the long run. Because, yeah, 66,000 litres up from 15 in the other lorry there. The little short lorry that we have with the different backs. That's only 15,000 litres, whereas now we've got a whacking great big... Please don't pull out, you absolute muppet. At least we didn't hit him. Yeah, so yeah, we've gained, what, 5 times the capacity? Almost? Well, over 4 times the capacity, because 4 15s would be 60. So yeah, a bit over 4 times the capacity. Which means, particularly this contract that we're doing at the moment, I want to say is sorghum, and it's been yielding extremely highly. And I forgot to repair the trailer, but oh well. We'll worry about that once we've completed some contracts. So I am going to take our lovely, lovely lizard lorry down to the field where we're doing the contract, and we are going to continue on doing some harvesting. Alright, so here we are, unloading into the trailer. This is actually the 3rd load out of the harvester now. We've, let's see, it had a full load in it when I got back down with the lorry. And we've got 2 more full loads since then, off camera. And what is in there now, we would have to go and deliver at this point with our previous lorry. But with this one, we've got the same again. We've got 3 more sections of that and then some. So that is going to mean a whole lot less running to the sell point when doing contracts like this. And that's the thing, you know, we're barely halfway through the field. I don't even think we're maybe a third of the way through the field. Because it looks like I've done 2 headlands from what I could see. And yeah, let's have another look at the map quick. Where are you, Mr. Map? There we go. Yeah, we've still got a fair old chunk of the field to do, and we've already had at least 30,000 litres of sorghum off of this. So I think having that trailer, as high as the capacity is in that now, that is going to make this such an easier or a much more pleasant job. There's going to be a lot less back and forth in the long run, which is brilliant. It will be the same with the sugarcane when that rolls around again. We'll be able to unload straight into that. I did check as well, and I believe that one, that particular lorry can be upgraded to a like a six axle configuration, so we can actually run some of the attachable rear backs like a sugarcane one, and then pull the other one behind it as a trailer. So we've got multiple options for that. We may even buy different extra lorries as well further down the line, so we can do a bit more, get a bit, sort of a bit more. What am I trying to say? Have a fleet of vehicles. That's what I'm going for. That's what I'm trying to say. We are building up our fleet. Being as we are setting up a contract company here, we will need a fleet of vehicles for different tasks and stuff around the place, so that is a good thing. So I can see us in the future having maybe 1 or 2 more lorries, maybe upgrading the small one that we've got to a slightly bigger one, possibly getting another setup like this as well, depending on jobs and contracts, and who knows, maybe we'll have a host of workers working for us in the future. You just don't know. Yeah, there's plenty of room for expansion here right now. So at some point it will not just be me doing this, there will be other people involved as well. Other workers. We'll have a selection of employees, no doubt. We'll be able to run 2 or 3 combines at a time, doing different contracts around the place. Yes, it's going to be very exciting. It's going to take some time to build up to it, but we are well on our way, I think. That lorry back there is a huge step in the right direction for us. I definitely am glad that we picked that up when we did. And of course, knowing my luck now, the very next month something else is going to pop up that we'll need, and we'll have no money for it. But, you know, we'll get a good chunk for this contract. I think it's, where is it? Yeah, we'll get 7 grand for this one, and then we've got 2 more harvesting ones on the go, which they're smaller, they won't take as long, but we'll do them. And we are about to fill up again. There we go. So I am going to turn the engine off there for a minute, run down and bring the lorry up, and continue on getting this done. I think what we'll do is come back once that very loud bird has gone away. Yes, obnoxiously loud bird. And some crows. Oh god, he's coming back again. He's chasing us. Ah. But yes, we'll get the rest of this contract done, and possibly pick it up again in August, because I'd imagine it's going to start getting dark around the time that we finish this contract. So yeah, we'll likely as not do this one, then come back in August, first half of August I should say, and get rolling with the other two corn contracts. Am I? Oh no, it's not going to do it, is it? Because it's not turned on. Silly me. I had turned it off to save fuel. Yeah, there we go. That is unloading. Down, back to this. But yes, that is unloading nicely. Yeah, this is such a good combination, I think. And if we do start to have issues with the lorry pulling both of these trailers, then obviously we can just switch to the back one and just use that independently. So that is an option too. And possibly once we filled that one up, I may leave it off to the side, so as we don't compact the field too much driving this thing in. But yeah, that is something we shall look at doing later on as it gets filled. But yeah, so I'm going to carry on with this contract now, and we shall pick things up again later on in early August, I think, is when we'll go for. Yes, early August. Yeah, it's already struggling just a little bit. Yeah, we'll definitely have to put the horsepower upgrade into this as soon as we can, I think. And here we are back as promised. It is early August, very early August in fact, and we are just rolling into Grain Station 3 to deposit our load. Now, this thing is mostly full. It's got 59,000 litres of sorghum in it, and this lorry is definitely struggling a bit, so at some point in the future, if we're going to be pulling the full load, we will have to look at upgrading the engine. But for about 10 grand, that's actually not too bad. So we need to pop off the side and the top, or the back, middle and top covers, and if I can get this in properly without killing the camera too much, we might be able to offload it all at once. Let's have a look. So that one, oh that's beautiful, empties out the side. The one at the back should tip up out the back. Oh yeah, it's dropping it just out the back. Zoom out, there we go. So we're just onto the rear one now. And contract is 94% complete. So we should hopefully start getting some money coming in very soon. I hope. Maybe sometime? 10,000 litres left? No? 6. Oh, there we go, finished. Okay, so we had about 5,000 litres to sell, which is going to get us about 6 grand. Also, all told, $60 of environmental bonus. Fantastic. So we are going to now turn the old headlights off there, since the sun is coming up quite nicely, and head over to our corn jobs. Now, contract-wise, oh, there go all the street lights. That's always good. Nothing coming. Roar out onto the road at incredible speeds. Now, I did forget to do some basic repairs on these trailers when we got them, but that'll be fine. I'll have to remember to do that next time. But luckily, we've got about 6 grand now in total, which is good. So we've got 2 corn contracts to do up here. And, oh, actually, that does remind me, we're going to have to cash in that contract very shortly. And depending on how many loads, or how much this corn yields, we may only take 1 trailer out with us. And just leave 1 of them up here, because this is a fairly small field, so I don't see us needing both trailers straight away. But let's drop that off there and run over here and get in our harvester. In fact, I think we just need to hop in the truck quick. The little water truck. That seems to have become our tow truck for right now. And let's that way. There we go. Now, we didn't bring the header trailer with us, obviously, because this is just corn. So that is fine. However, we need to... not that button. Well, actually that button. Let's check the sales. See if there's anything good for sale. Nah, nothing we need at the moment. Contracts, that was what I was actually going to do, because we need to cash in field 28. Now that we've completed that one, that is fantastic. And what have we got left? We've got oats on field 7, and 71 is corn. Sheila, wasn't that who we bought the field off? I actually can't remember now. My brain's gone a bit funny, but I think Sheila was the lady we bought that field off, wasn't it? I'll have to go back and check, but if she was, we might have to get that oat contract and see if she'll give us the straw for it. But let's see, so 71 was corn. I think 71 is up here. In fact, they're probably all up here, to be honest. 68, yeah, that one's owned by Clifford, and that one's owned by Sheila. Okay. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was Sheila that we were dealing with before. I may be wrong. I'll have to go back and check on that and see exactly what was going on. But 71, yeah, since we're going to be over there, we might as well get the contract for 71 as well. Zip back this way. Contract for 71. That is grain storage 1. Are these both... Oh, we've got grain storage 3. Okay. Well, I'll tell you, we might as well. We'll get that one afterwards, because I know what will happen. This one is for the faraway grain sale, so I know what will happen. We'll do this contract, and then it will be all a bit weird. But yes, let's go through here. Get some of this delicious corn. And we'll see just how much we're going to get now. Yeah, looking at this, I don't think it's going to be a huge haul off of this. Certainly not as big as that sorghum haul was. That was that whole field, all told, was probably something like we had almost 60,000. It was at least 75,000 or close to. It might even have been more, because I forget how many loads we did in the small lorry. But I know we did at least one, because we did one before we came over and bought that trailer and tractor-trailer combination there. So, I don't know, up to 1,000 litres of corn already. We might make a fair bit off of this. You just never know. And I could be really cheeky and get the other one as well and harvest that and put it in there. And just take it all down in one great big dirty lot. No, the reason we're not going to do that is because we're going to try and save a little bit of the whatever the excess is after the contract, whatever's left over. We're going to try and hang on to, not necessarily for the sale price value of it, but for if we can get that, what was it we were talking about? Oh, the biofuels. If we can get the biofuels up and running and actually have some corn on hand, we can plonk straight in there. That'll be good. Even if it's only a couple of 1,000 litres, maybe a couple of cratefuls in the old thing, in the old shed, like we've got the soybeans at the moment. That should all be fantastic. But yes, I am going to be doing this for a little while, and it is just glorious corn harvesting as we have all seen before. So I think for now we are going to miss a tiny piece of corn there. Let's just go in cab and Harvest it like this. There we go. Lovely. We're having a little bit of a slow moment coming up the hill here. Maybe I should go the other way round, but no, then the pipe would be on the wrong side. Let's stick in this view. Right, yes, so yeah, I'm going to continue on with this. We'll get probably all 3 of these corn contracts done. Most of it will be off camera. There might be a bit of a corny montage at the beginning of the next episode. Who knows? And then we need to think about what we're going to do with our field, because we do have that one field we need to get ready for a new crop. I'm thinking soybean is going to be the way to go. I was looking at the crop calendar earlier, and we can plant soybean, I want to say next month in September, and it will be ready for harvest. If we can get it in dead early on September, then it should be ready for harvest right about January sort of time, I'm hoping, which for one is when it's worth the most, but also that will be when it's about the time we can start planting wheat again, or oats. It might have been, was it oats? I can't remember if it was oats or wheat, or whichever one of the straw crops basically was what we're looking at putting in there next. So yeah, if we time it all properly, then what we can do is throw in a crop of soybeans and then hit it back up again with a crop of I think it was wheat or barley straight after, once it's harvested, and that should be a nice bit of a rotation. And then if we can get another field later on, that'll work too. We can use that for the other stuff, for all crumbs. Nobody saw that. Yeah, if we get some more fields, then we can switch oats into the mix as well. Yeah, it's a bit of a test thing going on there, and I will definitely check on the Sheila situation. I'm pretty sure it was Sheila that we bought that field off of, the sugarcane one. So if it was her, then we'll definitely get that oats contract and get some straw bales off of there. But yes, on that note, I shall bid you all farewell. You know, if you've enjoyed whatever this was, then do please give us a like and hit the old subscribe button there too if you have not already. Comments are always welcomed, and if you would like to share this video, that would be greatly appreciated. And I do genuinely hope you've all enjoyed this, and you're enjoying the series as we go, trying to build up our fleet of vehicles and equipment and everything, get this contract business up and running, and get the sugar facility back working again, get everything really chugging away good in there, and the sugar production working magnificently. So yes, with that, I shall bid you all adieu, or farewell, or some relevant departure phrase. Cheerio, everyone.